Scene 3, take 1. Action.
In this picture, just to show you the numbers that were in beavers at the time here, it's more now than the entire scout movement. With the cubs and the beavers and the scouts, they don't have the numbers here. We just don't have the population, and there's very few kids here in this area.
So how long have you been fishing?
I say I've been fishing about 7 years with my grandfather.
What was fishing like back then as to how it is now?
There wasn't so many fish. You had to go in deeper water to get the fish.
Back in the days when we were at it earlier, when the plant was open, I worked in the plant, as I said, and you pretty well work year round. You'd be lucky to get 2 or 3 days off during Christmas season. And you work 6 days a week, anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day, and it was quite busy.
The economic growth in this area was phenomenal. You look around the towns and look at the new homes that were built, all came from the fishing industry. At one time we had 7 people who had either a Bachelor of Arts or their teaching degree, but the fish plant was more lucrative than the education system.
What do you know about the moratorium?
What devastated a lot of people in Newfoundland. And a lot of people had moved away for work. And they had to switch from one fishery, the shellfish, they had to go from the groundfish to the shellfish fishery.
1992 was a very trying year. I was a fish harvester at the time. Just after purchasing a new vessel in 1990, when the moratorium came on, we didn't know what was going to happen to us.
Well, our population here has shrunk approximately. We have now about 48% of what we had in 1982.
First year when I became mayor, and we done a little studying from 1992 on to 1994, from Melrose, Catalina, Port Union, Little Catalina, Catalina. There was 52 businesses that had closed up in a two-year period following the moratorium. So it was a hard blow to the area.
You can't remove a $15 million payroll from an area of this size and not miss it. This area has been hit tremendously hard.
And we actually had 2 plants close at once. We had a plant here in Catalina and a plant in Port Union. So we did lose 2 plants at the one time.
And not only that, that was replaced by
With a
a
seal
seal plant operation.
And now that's gone.
And that's also gone. So do we have to be resilient as a community? We certainly do.
Definitely do.
What do you think is in Catalina's future?
We'll survive. Like I said, we've been a pretty resilient community through the years. We've been here for over 500 years now, I guess. So, like I said, we've always been there and involved in the fishery in one way or another. So, being a coastal community and being a resilient type people, I think we're going to be okay.
And that's not the first time this has happened in this area. But people have worked outside the area to survive, to keep their homes and their families together, and things may not return to what we saw in the 80s and early 90s, but it will, the community, I think, will still survive.
We've lost a lot of jobs in the area, but because of tourism, we seem to be rebounding. And we're not only talking about Catalina and the peninsula, but I think all over Newfoundland and Labrador.
There's been quite a few changes. Like I say, as Nev said earlier, we've been at the highs, we've been at the lows, and right now we're somewhere in the middle sort of thing. So I think with all the communities on the bottom of the peninsula itself pulling together, like I said, I can see us slowly rising to the top again.
I say Catalina has a good future. It should pull through. They should go back to the ground fishery after a while. You might have to see more people moving away to get work, but we should pull through.